Hi everyone. I think I'm finally caught up. Today is March 2nd and this is March 2nd's drawing, and it couldn't be more appropriate. I swear I did not plan this. Today's pattern, picked not by me, is Ezer, and it's my pattern. And we've done this pattern before, so I'm going to do it slightly differently. You do two sort of long oblongs, and then you put these sort of circles like right up around it like that. Kind of looks like a matchstick at that point. And then you do these lines like between, and that's it. That's the pattern right there. It is it was inspired by the word Ezer, which is Hebrew, I believe, for helpmate or helpmeet. It was done when my pastor was talking about having people in your life that are your soulmate, right? The person who was designed for you, right? And so these are like two people holding hands in an arch sort of thing. That was what came to mind when I created this pattern. Here is my sample. It's got all sorts of them. It's got a line of them going this way. It's got some lines of them going this way. It's got one just kind of here. Various things. I think today I'm going to do it in more of a mandala-like thing. And it's March 2nd. And it's my anniversary. And how that ended up being that my pattern, which represents the two people who are destined to be together, falls on my anniversary. It was meant to be. I didn't do it, but it was meant to be. That's for darn sure. So I'm going to do this in a more mandala-like fashion, because I've never tried it that way before. And I thought, well, that'd be interesting. Yeah, I'll do it like that. Okay. So my hubby and I have been together, well, we've been together longer. Unless you have a whirlwind courtship and you end up, getting married within a short period of time when you met. Most people have been together a lot longer than they've been married. But, yeah, 33 years. Going out to dinner tonight. So I've got to get this drawing done, get some other things happened around the house, get myself a shower, get all cleaned up. So when hubby gets home from work, we can go out to dinner. And, yeah. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do, but the fact that it hit on this day is just, yeah, there are no coincidences. Okay, I am going to do it about here. Oops. Something like that. Okay. something like this. Okay, there's my sort of oblong shape. You'll notice they're not all the same because people are not all the same. They're my little peeps. And we're going to put heads on them all. So then they all look kind of like matchsticks. So I do feel badly that I didn't get my husband a present. I've spent too much time this week in pain, and the few days that I did have off, I did not go out of the house. I did not go shopping, but he will understand because he's been with me so long, and if he could have, he would have just taken away my pain. I think it hurt him more than it was hurting me to see me in that pain. Okay, so am I going to just do pairs, or am I going to have, no, we're going to start with the pairs. Okay, so what I do is I start here and I kind of come up and up like that, right? Make them meet like an arch, and then on one side go like this, and on one side go like this, like between. Okay. So you want to arch, arch, and between. And if you don't know between, look it up. Okay. And then two more. Okay, and I feel like I want to make them here too. I just thought this was so strange because I opened this up, got off the ship on Thursday, had my oral surgery on Friday, so I didn't even do anything and open this to even look at what the daily patterns were going to be until Sunday, when I realized there was no way on Monday I was going to be able to draw, and I made that little video about being off for a few days, and then I opened it to see what the patterns were going to be for the week, and I saw this and I went, you have got to be kidding. How did they know? I don't know how they knew, but they did. So there's my little Ezers. I think I'm just going to continue a between going down until I get close to the bottom here. I think this needs some sort of spiral or something to the middle. Just going to continue to between them all the way down. Something like that. That's pretty. Excuse me. Wind's blowing. My allergies are kicked up. That's not unusual. You'll see that I did that one, I started it out skinnier, closer together, so it looks a little different. That's okay. I think I'll put this in a card, make my hubby a card, and I'll stick this in here. He's been my helpmeet, my Ezer. For a long time, and I hope he's still here for a long time yet. Getting to that point where I would really love to be able to retire. That would be oh so nice, but it's not going to happen anytime soon, unfortunately. But that's okay. I feel like that needs something, but I don't know. Yeah, only thing I would have done if I was to do this again is I would have made a circle here so that I could have all my little Ezer guys on the same circle. Other than that, see, just because something was designed as a standalone or as a square or a grid, it doesn't mean you can't do it some other way. Just be creative and try to. I feel like that needed to be a little closer. Look at that. There's my Ezer in a mandala, which I've never drawn it like that before, but that works really well. I'm happy with that. Okay, let's give her a little bit of a shading. Okay. So other than my horrible toothache, the last day of the cruise, the rest of the cruise was awesome. I needed that time to get away. It was nice to get away with my husband and our friends. Told you already about Catalina and Ensenada. And then we spent a couple of days, fun day at sea, mostly relaxing. Serenity deck on this particular ship was at the very, very back, and that was a good place for it. It was almost never crowded. I was a little disappointed that one of the hot tubs wasn't working properly, so we never did get in the hot tub because the one hot tub was super crowded all the time, and it was like not worth it. We tried out the Guy's Burgers, because it's a new upgrade for that ship. I'd never had a Guy's Burger before. Oh, those were good. Lots of food. There's always food. How do I want to do this? We had some really, there's sometimes where I get off the ship and I don't remember the name of our wait staff or in the dining room or our room steward. That's what happened on the previous cruise. We were on the Miracle. I don't specifically recall. I recall our head waiter, he was nice on the Miracle, but the rest of the wait staff, there's usually 3. I don't remember even seeing them. So yeah, it was nice to have a wait staff that I remember. I go home and was able to go on to use Carnival's customer service survey and tell them their names and the nice things they did for us. The room steward was great. We asked for an ice bucket. That particular ship doesn't have a refrigerators in all the rooms, which is the first time I've encountered that. But then again, that ship doesn't have any balcony rooms except for the suites, and we weren't going to spend money for a suite. So maybe it's just that it wasn't a balcony room. The rooms were kind of small in comparison to what I've been used to. I'm getting spoiled. So since we didn't have a refrigerator, our steward was very nice to get a big bucket for us so we can chill our bottles of wine. You're allowed to bring on board 1 bottle per person of standard size 750 wine or champagne, which we did. We each brought 1 and our friends each brought 1, so for a 4-day cruise we had 4 bottles of wine between us, which is just perfect. Everybody got 1 glass of wine or champagne. Actually, most of it was champagne. I think next time we'll do all champagne. Mimosas for breakfast is nice. Mimosas for breakfast on your balcony is even nicer, but since we didn't have a balcony, we just brought our bottle of champagne up to the deck with us. Grabbed some juice from the Lido deck. Had some mimosas sitting by the pool. Eating breakfast burritos from the Blue Iguana. Really quite nice. Oop. Time to be done. That's my timer. That's my bewitching hour. I have other things to do today. Cannot draw all day long, even though I'm having a really great time trying to catch up on things. All right. There is Ezer in a mandala form. I think I came out pretty good. I think it needs something in the middle there though. I actually feel like it needs a little bit of pink. And then more shading. Just too stark white in the middle. But it needed just a little bit of pink. Just because I can. Alright, there we go. That didn't take too long. I am going to go get myself ready for this evening and have a really great anniversary dinner with my hubby. And a glass of wine. And a nice relaxing evening, beautiful dinner, and hopefully I will be able to chew solids today. That's my goal. Alright, you guys have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.